joining us once again on SimpliFlying. It's been a couple of years
It
since
has.
that 787 Joyride. So tell us, the latest numbers Boeing is projecting for Asia Pacific. Lots of optimism?
Well, I think there's optimism. Over the next 20 years, we see demand for about 13,000 airplanes valued at
13,000.
valued at $1.9 trillion.
Trillion, not billion.
Not billion, but trillion. And what makes Asia special is really just the size of the market. It's the biggest market for single-aisle airplanes, the biggest market for wide bodies, the biggest market for large airplanes, and guess what? The biggest market for freighters as well.
Really?
Yeah, so we see the fleet here almost tripling over the next 20 years. About 75% of the demand will be needed for growth and about 25% for replacement.
75% growth. And which specific region in Asia are you seeing this growth?
Well, as you can
Southeast
imagine,
Asia,
Southeast Asia, South Asia, and China.
Okay.
You know, between those three areas, it's about 80% of the demand in the region.
Right.
And then we have large but slow-growing regions in Japan as well as
mature
Australia.
markets.
Yeah, the mature
Right.
markets are moving much slower.
Right, for sure. Now, all of this growth, this excess capacity we keep hearing, is this really excess capacity, or do you think there'll be demand to fill up the planes?
Now, I don't think there's any question that as we look at the market today, we see traffic growing faster than capacity, which means very high load factors.
Yeah, okay.
We see a situation where airplane utilization is at record highs. And when we talk to our customers, they're not talking about cancellations or deferrals, they're talking about accelerating. Yeah, how can we accelerate deliveries?
Right.
And as a result, you know, we see very strong demand, actually probably demand that's greater than supply in the market.
Wow.
So we've been going up in rate. You know, just 2 years ago, we delivered 477 airplanes. Last year, 648. So it was up 35% in 2 years.
You've been working hard.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if I've been working hard, but certainly the guys in our factory have been working hard, as the airlines have.
What about some of the potential bottlenecks like infrastructure in airports? We've seen in India, airport bursting at seams, or Indonesia. What about these markets? Lion Air has ordered 200 planes. Where are they going to put them if there are no airports?
I tell you what, we look out the next 10 years, and as we look at the market, we think the infrastructure will be there. We need new runways, we need new terminals. Places like China, they're building more than 90 airports, I should say, over the next several years. So the infrastructure will be there, but airlines, governments, agencies have to work together to make sure the capacity is there.
Right, certainly. What about business jet? We don't hear a lot about that, but we know Asia is a big market. What about going business jet?
Well, Middle East, Asia are big markets for business jets, but you know, a business jet today I think is all about providing productivity to companies and to executives.
Right.
So I think there will always be a strong demand there, but not nearly the kind of demand we see for commercial airplanes.
Okay, certainly not. You're a marketing guy.
Yeah.
How do you stay ahead of competition, which also is pretty strong in this region?
Okay, you stay in front of competition in several ways. First of all, as a marketing guy or a salesperson, stay close to your customers.
Close to your customers?
Number two, make sure you have the right strategy.
For each market?
Yeah, for each market. Invest in new products, invest in technologies. And you know, at the end of the day, it's about cost. So find ways over time to reduce the cost of building your airplane.
Right.
If you do those things, I think you'll do fine. The other thing you have to do is learn from your competition. New competition from China, from Canada, from Japan, from Russia. You know, those manufacturers bring in new ideas, they bring in new technologies. Learn from them, incorporate it, move forward.
Do it better.
Hopefully you can do better.
Do it better, right. You've been, at Boeing for a long time, doing this job very well for a long time. What keeps you up every night? Or what gets you out of bed every day?
Well, what gets me out of bed is our customers. And I just absolutely love this industry. I love to travel. I love the people I work with. And it's not just me. I've seen people leave one company and go to another. They stay in aviation because they love aviation.
You got jet fuel in the veins.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Okay, this is great. One big prediction for Asia Pacific.
Well, I think as I look at 2014 and beyond, I see the low-cost carriers here continuing to grow.
Okay.
I see them continuing to stimulate demand.
Okay. So first-time flyers?
Yeah, first-time flyers. Every year for the next 10 years, there will be 100 million new passengers in China or in Asia.
100 million new passengers every year?
Every year.
That's 1 billion in 10 years.
That's right.
That's the population of China.
That's the population of China. That means every year an airport the size of Atlanta will be added in Asia.
Wow.
Think about that.
Wow, that is staggering.
So we'll just have to see what happens. But I have great faith. I have great confidence in this market. And I just don't see it changing for quite a while.
Fantastic. Well, all the best, Randy, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
you.